Have you ever had a night like this? The house is quiet, the lights are low, and everything is set for a good night's sleep. You drift off only to jolt awake at 1:58 a.m., not because of a loud noise, not because of a bad dream, just because your bladder is knocking at the door. You roll over hoping to ignore it, but that pressure won't let go, and you finally slip out from under the covers. The cold floor tightens your feet, and the chill snaps your mind wide awake. Back in bed, you stare at the dim ceiling and know deep sleep has already slipped away. And here's the thing. According to the National Sleep Foundation, 2021, more than 68% of adults over 60 report waking up at least once a night to use the bathroom. Of those, nearly 40% struggle to fall back asleep afterward. That means more fatigue, higher blood pressure, slower memory, and even a doubled risk of dangerous nighttime falls compared to those who sleep straight through. At this age, poor sleep isn't just about losing a few hours of rest. It's a quiet warning about your heart, your brain, and your safety. But what if I told you that just one small glass before bed, not a sleeping pill, not some far-fetched trick, could change everything? That it could help you sleep deeply through the night and wake up clear-headed, steady, and refreshed. In more than 30 years of studying sleep and senior health, I've seen countless people transform their nights with one simple change to their evening drink. And in just a moment, I'll show you exactly why people over 60 wake so often at night, and the key to choosing the right bedtime drink to restore the deep, natural sleep your body has been craving. If you've ever thought, I'll just drink less water before bed so I can sleep straight through, I hate to say it, but after 60, the body doesn't quite work that simply anymore. When we're younger, our bodies produce plenty of ADH, antidiuretic hormone. I like to call it the nighttime gatekeeper for your bladder. It helps hold onto fluid so you can sleep through the night without being woken up by the urge to go. But over time, especially after 60, your ADH levels drop sharply. And when that happens, your bladder becomes a lot less patient. Even a small amount of fluid can trigger the message, time to get up. That's not the only change. Melatonin, the hormone known as your body's sleep clock, also declines with age. Melatonin doesn't just tell your brain it's time to fall asleep. It helps keep you in deep, restorative sleep. When levels drop, your sleep becomes fragile. The slightest thing, a faint noise or the gentle pressure of a fuller bladder, can pull you right out of a dream. And to make matters more challenging, your bladder itself becomes more sensitive with age. The bladder wall loses elasticity, the smooth muscles become less stable, and they can send false signals, waking you up even when there's not much urine in there at all. If you're also living with conditions like diabetes, high blood pressure, or heart failure, or if you take diuretics, blood pressure meds, or antidepressants, your odds of waking during the night climb even higher. In fact, research from the National Sleep Foundation, 2021, found that adults over 60 with diabetes or hypertension are 32% more likely to wake up during the night compared to their healthy peers. Those who take diuretics after 5 p.m. increase their nighttime waking risk by up to 45%. Put all of this together, lower ADH, lower melatonin, a sensitive bladder, chronic conditions, and medications, and your body becomes like an alarm clock set to the wrong time. The smallest trigger and the bell goes off. So the question becomes, is there a way to keep your body hydrated enough through the night while also calming your nervous system so your sleep isn't interrupted? The answer is yes, and the secret lies in choosing the right drink before bed. But not just any drink will do. In the next part, I'll share with you the golden rules for picking an evening drink, rules that have helped hundreds of my patients sleep straight through till morning. Choosing a drink before bed isn't just about quenching your thirst. It's a strategic decision that can help your body stay calm and undisturbed all night long. In sleep medicine, I often tell my patients, the right glass helps you sleep. The wrong glass keeps you up. So, what are the golden rules? Nutrient-rich, low in volume. After 60, your bladder is more sensitive. You can't down a big 10-ounce, 300 ml glass before bed the way you might have in your younger years. Instead, go for a small, concentrated serving, about 4 or 5 ounces, 120-150 ml, packed with nutrients that relax the body and support your sleep cycle. Think magnesium to release muscle tension, glycine to calm the brain, and tryptophan to help your body make its own melatonin. Calms the nerves, doesn't stimulate. A lot of people assume any herbal tea is good for sleep. The truth: some actually contain hidden caffeine or mild stimulants that can raise your heart rate and make it harder to fall asleep. Rule of thumb: no caffeine, no added sugar, and prioritize ingredients that activate your parasympathetic nervous system, your body's natural rest and restore mode. Keeps you warm, doesn't cool your core. A cold drink might feel refreshing, but at night it can drop your core temperature too quickly, making it harder to drift into deep sleep. Your bedtime drink should be gently warm, just enough to relax your muscles, boost peripheral circulation, and signal to your body it's time to rest. Holds water in your cells, not in your bladder. Some drinks have a special osmotic balance that helps keep water inside your muscles and nerve tissues instead of sending it straight to your bladder. Drinks containing potassium, magnesium, and light proteins tend to do this well. The golden window: sip your drink 60-90 minutes before bed. That's the sweet spot. It gives your body time to absorb the nutrients and still lets you use the bathroom one last time before turning in. When you put all 5 of these rules together, you've essentially given yourself a first-class ticket into deep, uninterrupted sleep, without your bladder waking you up, without your heart racing, and without your mind spinning. But the big question is, which drinks check all these boxes? In just a moment, I'll walk you through 6 bedtime drinks that have helped hundreds of my patients over 60 sleep straight through the night. Some so simple, you could make one tonight. I still remember Mrs. Eleanor, 72, a patient I saw in my clinic about 2 years ago. She told me, "Doctor, I always thought poor sleep was just part of getting older, that there was nothing to do but take sleeping pills. I'd wake up 2 or 3 times a night, and in the morning I felt completely drained. I'm afraid of sleeping pills. I've heard they can be addictive and cause memory problems." Eleanor was careful about her diet, but as I looked closer, I realized her dinners were too light and missing the nutrients that help the brain relax. After talking through her evening routine, I suggested she try a small glass of warm, unsweetened almond milk about 90 minutes before bedtime. She looked at me, a little skeptical. Just one small glass, and that could really make a difference. Why warm almond milk helps you sleep deeply. Unsweetened almond milk, especially with no added flavoring, naturally contains just the right amounts of magnesium and tryptophan too. Magnesium: calm overactive nerve receptors, NMDA receptors, and activate GABA, the neurotransmitter that helps the brain slow down and shift into rest mode. Tryptophan: serve as a building block for serotonin, the happiness hormone, which then converts into melatonin, the key hormone that regulates your sleep-wake cycle. The gentle warmth of the milk also improves peripheral circulation, sending your body the signal that it's time to rest. And because the serving is small, about 4 or 5 ounces, 120–150 ml, it provides enough nutrients without overfilling the bladder. A 2014 study published in the Journal of Research and Medical Sciences found that older adults who drank almond milk twice a day for 2 weeks increased their average deep sleep time by 22 minutes per night, reduced nighttime awakenings by over 30%, and felt more alert in the morning. Another review in the Nutrients Journal 2020 confirmed that magnesium from nuts like almonds can improve sleep quality in adults over 60, especially in those with low melatonin levels. Just 5 nights later, Alina returned to my clinic with a bright smile and a new energy in her voice. I slept straight from 10 p.m. to almost 5 a.m., only woke up once and fell right back asleep. And in the morning, my legs felt so light. I walked around my garden without getting tired. For her, that small glass of warm almond milk became part of her nighttime ritual, not only to sleep well, but also as a moment of peace for her body and mind to slow down together. How to prepare and what to know. Ingredients: 4 or 5 ounces, 120–150 ml, unsweetened almond milk. Optional: a pinch of cinnamon to gently support nighttime circulation. Directions: warm to about 104–122 degrees F, 40–50 degrees C. Warm but not boiling. Stir in cinnamon until blended. Timing: drink 60–90 minutes before bedtime. Tips: choose plain, unsweetened, no added flavors or artificial vanilla. If allergic to nuts, swap for warm oat milk or walnut milk. Avoid drinking more than recommended to prevent bladder fullness. A warm glass of almond milk before bed may not be a magic cure for everyone, but for many of my patients, it's the first brick in rebuilding the bridge to deep sleep. And if almond milk is like a gentle hug before bedtime, then the next drink I'll share is more like a soft lullaby for the brain, quieting worried thoughts and letting you drift into natural, effortless sleep. If warm almond milk is like a gentle hug before bedtime, chamomile tea is a lullaby for your mind, a lullaby that science has proven to be real. Frank, 68, is a retired mechanical engineer. Even after retiring, he kept his old habit of thinking about everything before bed: home repairs, news headlines, tomorrow's to-do list. He told me, "Doc, I'm not short on hours to sleep. I'm short on a brain that knows how to switch off." I suggested he try chamomile tea as part of his evening ritual, about 45 minutes before bedtime. At first, he was skeptical. "I've had all kinds of tea, and every time I feel more awake, not sleepy." That's when I explained, chamomile has 0 caffeine, but it does contain apygenin, a natural flavonoid that binds to GABA receptors in the brain. GABA acts like the brain's brake pedal, slowing down mental processing, steadying your heart rate, and calming the nervous system. Why chamomile helps you sleep deeply. Apygenin activates GABA receptors, reducing excessive brain activity and guiding the mind into rest mode. No caffeine avoids raising heart rate or stimulating the sympathetic nervous system. Mild vasorelaxation helps stabilize blood flow to the brain, creating that natural, heavy eyelid feeling. 2015 study, Journal of Advanced Nursing. Women over 65 who drank chamomile tea nightly for 2 weeks fell asleep an average of 16 minutes faster, had over 30% fewer awakenings, and 80% reported deeper, more pleasant sleep. A 2021 review in Phytomedicine concluded chamomile extract is safe, non-habit forming, and significantly improves sleep quality in older adults, especially those with mild anxiety. 10 days later, Frank came back and said, "I still think before bed, but I never finish the thought. I'm already asleep. My wife says I don't toss and turn anymore." He added that in the mornings his head felt clearer and his mood was brighter, a simple change that made a big difference. How to brew and helpful tips. Ingredients: 1 bag of pure chamomile tea or 2-3 g of dried chamomile flowers. Brewing: steep in hot water for 5-7 minutes, then let cool to a warm, comfortable temperature, (104-122 degrees F/40-50 degrees C). Timing: drink about 45 minutes before bed. To boost effectiveness, add a thin slice of ginger to warm the stomach and promote circulation. Add a drop of natural vanilla if you like a light sweetness, no sugar. Avoid if you have allergies to plants in the daisy family Asteraceae. Chamomile tea doesn't force you to sleep like a pill. It gently convinces your body it's safe to rest. Soft, steady, and sustainable. And if chamomile tea is the soothing melody for your brain, the next drink I'll share acts as the night's gatekeeper, relaxing your bladder and muscles so they won't wake you before morning. It's a drink most people think of only in the summer, but used the right way, it can keep you sleeping soundly even on the coldest nights. When most people think of coconut water, they picture a hot summer day, a sunny beach, and an ice-cold drink in hand. But for me, and for many of my patients, coconut water isn't just a refreshing beverage. It can be a quiet night watchman, keeping the bladder calm and protecting your sleep until morning. Maria, 66, had been dealing with nighttime bathroom trips for almost 4 years. She'd wake up 2 or 3 times a night, completely throwing off her sleep rhythm. She tried cutting back on fluids after 7 p.m., but that only left her parched, restless, and prone to painful leg cramps. When I asked about her electrolyte intake, I found she was low in potassium and magnesium, 2 minerals that play a big role in controlling bladder muscle contractions and nerve signaling. I suggested she try warm, diluted coconut water, taken early in the evening, in a small portion and at just the right temperature. Why warm, diluted coconut water supports deep sleep. Potassium balances electrolytes, helping the bladder muscles relax and reducing unnecessary spasms. Magnesium relaxes the smooth muscle of the bladder wall, reducing false alarms to urinate. Sodium and trace minerals maintain proper osmotic balance, keeping water inside your cells rather than sending it straight to the bladder. And the warmth matters. Heating coconut water gently keeps the stomach from chilling and prevents sudden stimulation of the bladder, which can happen when drinking it cold. 2017 study, Journal of Sleep Disorders Research. Older adults with low potassium levels had 28% more nighttime bathroom trips compared to those with healthy potassium levels. When potassium was replenished through diet, awakenings dropped noticeably within 1 week. Another study in Clinical Interventions in Aging, 2019, found that maintaining proper electrolyte balance improved sleep quality, reduced nighttime leg cramps, and cut down on awakenings to use the bathroom. After just 1 week of using my warm, diluted coconut water recipe with a thin slice of fresh ginger, Maria called to share her excitement. I slept for 6 straight hours without waking once. In the morning, my legs weren't cramping, and I didn't feel that nighttime thirst anymore. Her sleep gradually became deeper and her daytime energy improved as well. How to prepare and important tips. Ingredients: 3½ Oz 100 ml fresh coconut water, 1¾ Oz 50 ml warm water, (104 degrees F/40 degrees C, 1–2 thin slices of fresh ginger optional. Directions: mix coconut water and warm water, stir well. Add ginger slices for a gentle warming effect and to aid digestion. Timing: drink at least 1 hour after dinner and before 7 p.m. to avoid bladder fullness during sleep. Important notes: avoid if you have kidney disease or need to limit potassium. Do not drink cold. Do not drink right before bed. Use fresh, unsweetened coconut water with no added flavors. When used properly, warm, diluted coconut water is like a patient gatekeeper, keeping the bladder quiet, hydrating the body smartly, and letting you enjoy a night of uninterrupted rest. And if coconut water is the bladder's gatekeeper, the next drink I'll share is the mind's protector, calming hidden stress hormones, the silent enemy of deep sleep after 60. There's something many people don't realize. Even if you've turned off the lights, settled into bed, and let your body relax, your brain can still be woken up from the inside by your own stress hormones. James, 70, used to run a small woodworking shop. When he retired, he thought, finally, I can sleep better without the stress of work. But the reality surprised him. I wasn't worried about anything big, he told me, but the moment I lay down, my mind felt just as alert as it did in the middle of the day. I'd toss and turn, and by the time I finally drifted off, it was almost morning. When we checked his evening lab work, his cortisol, the main stress hormone, was still high at night. That meant his nervous system was stuck in alert mode, making deep, restorative sleep almost impossible. Why golden milk with black pepper can calm your nights. Curcumin from turmeric has been shown to regulate the HPA axis. That's the communication pathway between your brain, pituitary gland, and adrenal glands, which controls cortisol levels. When cortisol drops, the brain can more easily switch into relaxation mode and produce melatonin on schedule. Piperine from black pepper boosts curcumin absorption by 7–8 times by blocking the enzymes in your gut that would otherwise break it down. Combined with warm milk, whether it's almond, walnut, or oat, you get a dose of tryptophan and gentle body warmth, both of which help you drift off faster. A 2019 study in phytotherapy research found that adults who took curcumin every evening for 4 weeks lowered their cortisol levels by an average of 23%, while also improving both their deep sleep time and overall sleep quality, measured by EEG brain scans. Another study in Nutrients, 2021, showed that curcumin plus piperine reduced inflammation in the nervous system and supported better sleep in people with chronic stress. I gave James my golden milk recipe and asked him to drink a small, warm cup about an hour before bed. Just 1 week later, he called me. I fall asleep so much easier now, no more lying there wide awake for an hour. In the morning, I feel lighter, and the stiffness in my neck and shoulders is gone. He even noticed his morning joint aches had eased, a happy side effect of turmeric's anti-inflammatory benefits. How to prepare it and important notes. Ingredients: 150 ml, about 5 oz, unsweetened almond, walnut, or oat milk. A half teaspoon pure turmeric powder. A pinch of freshly ground black pepper, just a few grains. Instructions: warm the milk gently, don't let it boil. Stir in the turmeric and black pepper until well blended. For extra comfort, add a thin slice of ginger or a pinch of cinnamon. Best time to drink: 60–90 minutes before bedtime. Cautions: avoid drinking it on a completely empty stomach. It may cause mild discomfort. If you have gallstones or are on blood-thinning medications, check with your doctor before making it a regular habit. Golden milk with black pepper isn't just a nighttime drink. It's like a soft, protective shield, keeping stress hormones from barging in and stealing your rest. And if this drink helps your mind settle, the next one I'll share works like a master architect of deep sleep, influencing your brain waves, heart rhythm, and even your body's ability to repair itself while you dream. If golden milk with black pepper is like a gentle shield keeping stress hormones at bay, then warm gelatin or a soothing cup of bone broth is like the master builder who lays the foundation for a sturdy sleep house, working directly on your brain waves, heart rhythm, and your body's overnight repair systems while you rest. Linda, age 74, a retired elementary school teacher, came to see me because she couldn't figure out why she woke up feeling drained, even after a full night in bed. She told me, "Doctor, I sleep 7 hours, but I still feel wiped out in the morning. I figured it's just part of getting older, but lately, my knees and shoulders ache too." Looking at her diet, I noticed she was getting almost no high-quality protein, and she was missing a key amino acid called glycine, one of the most underrated nutrients for deep, restorative sleep. I suggested she try sipping a small cup of warm gelatin before bed, or replacing it with a mild bone broth. Why gelatin and bone broth work for deep sleep? Glycine slows your heart rate and slightly lowers your core body temperature, two essential triggers for deep, slow-wave sleep. It also enhances slow brain waves, helping sleep stay longer and more continuous. Collagen and proline support overnight repair of muscles, joints, and skin, maximizing the body's natural recovery window. Minerals, calcium, magnesium, phosphorus, help balance nerve signaling and muscle relaxation. Neuropsychopharmacology, 2007. Adults who took 3 g of glycine before bed had deeper sleep, fewer awakenings, and felt more refreshed in the morning, even without increasing total sleep time. Journal of Clinical Sleep Medicine, 2015. Glycine improved sleep quality in older adults and reduced daytime fatigue, without the side effects of sleeping pills. After just 10 days of drinking warm gelatin at night, Linda came back with a smile. "In the morning, my knees don't ache like before, and best of all, I'm sleeping straight through for 6 hours without tossing and turning." She also noticed her skin looking brighter and her mind feeling sharper, proof that when deep sleep is restored, your body takes the opportunity to repair everything. How to prepare and important notes. Warm gelatin. Ingredients: 1 teaspoon unflavored gelatin powder plus a half cup, 120 ml warm water, 104 degrees F/40 degrees C. Method: bloom gelatin by stirring into a small amount of cool water first, let it swell, then add warm water and stir until fully dissolved. When to drink: 30–45 minutes before bed. Mild bone broth. Ingredients: beef marrow bones or chicken bones, simmered gently for 4-6 hours. Method: strain, skim off the fat, season lightly with sea salt if desired, and sip warm before bed. Tip: choose low-sodium versions to avoid water retention or a nighttime blood pressure spike. Cautions: people with kidney disease or protein metabolism disorders should check with their doctor first. Keep portions small at night, 3-5 ounces, 100-150 ml is enough. Warm gelatin or bone broth is like a skilled craftsman, quietly restoring, reinforcing, and renewing your body as you sleep. When you wake up, the difference isn't just that you slept through the night, it's that you feel rebuilt from the inside out. And now that you know all 5 deep sleep drinks, the next question is, how do you drink them in a way that won't have you waking up at 2 a.m.? The answer lies in smart drinking strategies. A set of simple rules I'll share next, so these drinks can truly become your nightly sleep allies. Now you know the 5 drinks that can completely transform your sleep after 60. But here's the truth. If you want them to work like real sleep weapons, it's not just what you drink that matters, it's how you drink them. The wrong timing or amount can weaken the benefits or even backfire. Small amount high nutrition, just 4-5 ounces, about 100-150 ml is enough. This gives your body the nutrients it needs without filling your bladder. Drinking more won't make you sleep deeper, it will just have you waking up earlier. The golden window, 60-90 minutes before bed. This gives your body time to absorb the nutrients and still make a final trip to the bathroom before sleeping. Drink too close to bedtime and your chances of waking up in the middle of the night go up. Slow down, make it a ritual. Treat your nighttime drink like a moment of peace. Sip slowly. Breathe deeply. Let your body relax as you drink. This gentle ritual sends a signal to your brain, it's time to rest now. Keep it warm, skip the cold. Warm drinks help relax your muscles, open up blood vessels, and keep your bladder calm. Cold drinks before bed can drop your core body temperature too fast, making your brain stay alert instead of drifting off. Match the drink to your needs. If your mind is restless, right arrow, go for chamomile tea or warm almond milk. If you wake up often to urinate, right arrow, try warm diluted coconut water. If you have tension or aches, right arrow, turmeric milk with black pepper. If you want joint and muscle recovery, right arrow, warm gelatin or bone broth. No sugar or sweeteners. Sugar spikes your blood sugar and stimulates your nervous system, making it harder to fall asleep and easier to wake up. Test one drink at a time. Every body is different. Try one drink for 5-7 nights in a row before switching. When you find the one that works for you, make it a part of your bedtime ritual. Deep sleep after 60 isn't a luxury, it's a gift you can give yourself. Sometimes all it takes is one small cup, a healthy habit, and a little patience. When you wake up with a lighter body, a clearer mind, and a day full of energy, you'll know it was worth it. So tonight, what drink will you choose? Share your experience in the comments below. Your story might just help someone else reclaim the full, peaceful night's sleep they've been missing for years. You know, after more than 30 years as a doctor, I've learned something important. Sleep isn't just rest. It's your body's built-in healing process. In the quiet and darkness of the night, your heart slows down, your brain clears away the mental clutter of the day, your muscles repair themselves, and your memories get organized and stored. But for so many people over 60, this precious gift slowly slips away, not because they don't need sleep anymore, but because their body has been sending them subtle signals. And if you take the time to listen and understand, you can invite deep, restoring sleep back into your life. The 5 nighttime drinks I've shared with you today aren't instant miracles. They're gentle companions, helping your body remember how to rest naturally without pills, without force. And the beauty is, once you start, even with the smallest change, your body will thank you every single morning when you wake up refreshed. If this video has given you a new idea, a healthy habit, or simply a spark of hope for peaceful nights again, click the like button so I'll know this information truly helped you. Hit subscribe and turn on the notification bell so that each week, when I share something new, you'll be the first to receive it. Just like a personal health appointment I've set aside for you. And if you want to spread this gift, share this video with a friend or loved one who's been struggling with sleepless nights. Who knows? You might be the reason they enjoy their first full night's sleep in months. Visit the channel often because here I don't just share medical facts. I walk alongside you on your journey to live well, live fully at any age. Wishing you a peaceful night and a morning filled with energy. I'll see you in the next video.